Hey there, welcome to this video. Today I'm talking about a bunch of games I've been playing and some movies I've been watching. Let's go. Let's start with Team Sonic Racing. I had no plans on buying Team Sonic Racing, but after seeing some gameplay and some of the teamwork mechanics, I decided to pick it up. I bought the game for $40 and so far, I think it's a lot of fun. I like the number of tracks. There are 21. In traditional Sonic fashion, these tracks have multiple paths. I haven't played any of the other Sonic racing games. I've played a couple of Sonic games in the past, but I do like the roster of racers, the different classes, how each racer has their own stats, and that these stats can be changed by changing car parts in the garage. I like that the currency for mod parts is very easy to get. I also like that you can add paint jobs to cars. I do like that there is a story mode, though the writing is so cringy I skip all of the cutscenes and get straight to the gameplay, which is fun. My favorite mode in this game is the online play. There are free-for-all races where no one's on a team, but I only play the team races. I love team play in games. Working as a team, teamwork makes the dream work. I'm all about that life. Here, you can swap items with your teammates. If you follow your teammate's track, you'll get a boost. All of this fills your team's super bar, which, when activated, you become invincible for a short period of time and gain a big speed boost. Knowing when to use that ultimate is part of the strategy. When the race is over, each player gains points for their team. The better you positioned, the more points you win. So, even if you got first place, your team isn't guaranteed first. I've been playing the online multiplayer now for easily over 8 hours and am still enjoying it. I'm still returning to it whenever I feel that itch, and it's something I see myself returning to every so often. Lastly, I love how colorful the game is, and the soundtrack is great. Here are my negatives. Online play, which is my favorite mode, definitely needs polish. The matchmaking needs work. It's rare to find full lobbies, and it's even hard to find other players. I believe the players are there. It takes a couple of tries. The game loves making you host a match for some bizarre reason, but no one joins, so you have to quit and then find another match over and over again. I ran into problems playing with friends, so if you form a party with a friend, search for a game. Many times you'll end up hosting a game, like I said, and no one ever joins. So what we would do is quit that game and search for a new one. But you can't leave as a party, so every time we had to form a new party to invite each other again and again. Very irritating. There is ranked play, though the ranking system isn't straightforward. You have this icon next to your name, and sometimes it changes colors. You don't know when you're close to being promoted or demoted. It just happens. The game overall has a good foundation, and I love the team play. I think the game is fun. With more polish and full lobbies, this could be a great game. I played The Division 2 for a couple of weeks back when it first came out. I played it all with my brother, who I love very much. You're awesome. So I did enjoy myself. However, my brother definitely enjoyed this game much more than I did. I'll start with the positives. The game is very generous with its loot. I was always getting stuff. Online play was great, super easy to invite friends, and performance was good. The environments are probably my favorite thing about this game. The attention to detail and the locations for some of these missions. I wasn't expecting it to be this good, nor was I expecting to like DC this much as a setting, but I do. There is a ton of content here. The plan for the future of The Division 2 is also clear, so you as the player know what you're getting, what you can expect. For me, this game was the most fun when the game got tough, where we had to play smart to survive. Here are my negatives. To get to that fun part, to get to that challenge that I enjoyed so much, it took way too long. You can't change the difficulty until after you beat a level, and so it was too easy for a very long time. 15 hours felt like mindless shooting to me, and that got stale very quick. The story. Oh my goodness, is there anybody out there that actually enjoyed this story? It's so bad in my opinion and lazy. Very generic. I had some fun with The Division 2, but not enough fun, and now I have no desire to return, even though I'm in the late game section and this is supposedly the best part. Like I said, my brother did enjoy it much more than I did, and he would love to keep playing. Far Cry New Dawn. I played this way back when it came out late February. Out of all the purchases I made this year, this is the purchase I regret the most. $40 at launch, less than a month later, it was already 50% off. That pretty much sums it up. New Dawn came out not even a year after Far Cry 5. I enjoyed Far Cry 5 for the most part, and it was my first Far Cry game. To have something like New Dawn so soon, I expected it to be a rushed product thrown together, and I was right. I only bought it for the channel, thought maybe I would cover it. After 9 hours, I realized my time was much more valuable. I will say there are some improvements over Far Cry 5, such as the tweaks with the leveling of the buddy system and some replay value added when taking outposts. There is a lot of content here, though it feels more like quantity over quality. Negatives include horrible and dumb villains, a story that is too unbelievable. The villains know exactly where you are the whole time. They talk a lot of smack, yet no one attacks your community. It makes no sense. Everything requires resources to craft, so there's a lot of grinding unless you spend real money. You even need resources to resurrect fallen allies. The missions feel uninspired and almost all follow Far Cry's comedic tone, but unlike Far Cry 5, this game was almost entirely unfunny. Also, the opening and the soundtrack were a big step back from Far Cry 5's. I wasn't a fan of this game. Finally, now we get to talk about a great game, Celeste. This came out in 2018. I started playing it this year and am loving it. Going into this game, I expected a great platformer, and it definitely is that. Fantastic controls and level design. I wasn't expecting to love the art style so much, but I do. I wasn't expecting the story and the characters to be so entertaining and charming, but they are. Like this ghost that has a split personality and wants you to stay in his hotel, but this girl, she's gotta climb the mountain. The dialogue is funny and cute. The music, oh my, this music is awesome. The game is challenging, you'll die a bunch, but you have no time to sulk in a corner because as soon as you die, you're thrown right back into the action. Because of this, this is one of those games I sit down and find the time flying by. Let's talk movies. I saw Aladdin, turned out to be better than I thought it was going to be. I enjoyed it. Had fun watching it. That's the best way I can describe this movie. It was fun. I enjoyed it more than the Beauty and the Beast remake that came out not too long ago. I liked Will Smith as the genie. The only thing I can really complain about is how Jafar was handled, as well as the execution of one song near the end of the film. I saw Detective Pikachu. I'm a fan of Pokemon, so it was fun seeing some of them on the big screen in this fashion. I didn't enjoy the movie as much as I wanted to, though. I thought the villains were lame, the genetically modified Pokemon were lame, and the mystery itself wasn't interesting enough for me. I guess I would rather have a Pokemon trainer movie. I saw Pet Sematary. I enjoyed this one. I can't compare it to the original film because I haven't seen the original, but this was creepy and enjoyable. I only wish I hadn't seen any of the trailers because they spoil the entire movie basically. I saw Shazam and I loved it. I thought it was really funny and a nice change of pace for a superhero film. It was fun and had charm, and Zachary Levi knocked his role out of the park. On the flip side of the coin, I found Captain Marvel very dull. Nothing about that movie grabbed me. Maybe I would have enjoyed it more if it was released a decade ago, but now there have been so many superhero films, and it just feels like another generic one to me. I saw Avengers Endgame, and that movie deserves its own video. It was a lot to take in. I was super hyped for it. Upon first viewing, though, I left the theater disappointed because I didn't love it. Upon first viewing, I loved Infinity War much more. They're two very different kinds of movies. I need to watch Endgame again, a second time, so when I buy it, I'll make a video and give a final verdict. I saw Jordan Peele's Us. I loved Get Out, so I was very much looking forward to this movie, and although I liked it less than Get Out, I really enjoyed it. I love that it's an original film, it was funny, at times suspenseful, and all the way through I was entertained. This is also one of those movies where you'll want to talk about it with other people after seeing it, and see what you each got out of the movie, what you think certain things meant. I loved one of the ending scenes, very stylistic. Speaking of endings, we've reached the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you've been playing, what you've been watching. Share your thoughts down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.